Okay, so today you're going to solve equations and inequalities and graph them on a Desmos. So you need to watch this video fully, take good notes on your notes paper, and then you need to do the other 8 equations that are on Desmos and graph, and it will tell you if you are correct or not, and I will show you what that looks like in a second. So this first problem. We have different symbols. We've seen these symbols before. It's just been a while since we've seen them. This is an inequality symbol. All the inequality symbol does is have you graph it differently. Okay, I have this poster in my room to help you for this. We solve it the same. So line down the middle. Please use the solving multi-step equation poster if you are still struggling with equations. Step 1 is to distribute everything you can. So I'm going to distribute the 2 to the x and to the 7. So this becomes 2x plus 14 minus 12 is greater than or equal to 16. Step 2 is to combine like terms. So like terms are either terms that both have an x or a variable or terms that have no variable. So 14 and 12 are like terms. And I know that I have like terms until I only have one term with a variable, like the 2x, and one number. If I have more than 2 things on one side, I have like terms to combine. So this becomes 2x plus 2. I bring down the symbol is greater than or equal to 16. Step 3 is to move variables to one side. This is a lucky problem because already the variables are on the left and there is no variables on the right, so I'm going to skip step 3. Step 4 is to move numbers to the other side. The variable's on the left, so the number goes to the right. So I'm going to subtract 2, and I'm subtracting 2 because I am doing the opposite operation. That gives me 2x is greater than or equal to 14. And then my very last step is to solve for x, and I'm either going to do that by multiplying or dividing. I will never add or subtract on my last step if I have something in front of the variable. So 2x. 2x is the same as 2 times x. Okay, so because it's 2 times x, I'm going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So x is greater than or equal to 7. So then I have to graph that. I've given you space to graph, so you're going to make a number line. You're going to put the answer in the middle. You're going to put one number above and one number below. And then you're going to follow the poster, or if you remember, that's awesome. So greater than or equal to is right here. And if you can see, it's kind of small, but that is a closed-in circle because it is equal to. Because of this line underneath, we close in our circle. So we make a closed-in circle at 7, and then it's greater than. So that means we're going to shade to whichever way is greater than 7, and that's to the right because 8, 9, 10, all those are greater than 7. So that is how you would graph that one. Okay, second problem is longer, but you can do it. So line down the middle. So we follow the steps again. Step 1, distribute. We distribute on both sides because there are parentheses on both sides. So 4x plus 12 plus 7 is equal to 6x plus 14 minus 10. Step 2 is to combine like terms. Again, I have 3 different things on both sides, so I know that I have too many things and there are like terms. So 12 and 7 are like terms because they're both numbers without a variable, and 14 and 10 are like terms because they're both numbers without a variable. So 4x plus 19 is equal to 6x plus 4. Step 3 is to move variables to the same side. So I have a 4x on the left and a 6x on the right, and I want to put them together. So I'm going to move the 4x to the right by subtracting, doing the opposite to both sides. So 19 equals 2x plus 4. Fourth step is to move numbers to the other side. So I move the variables to the right, numbers to the left. So minus 4, 15 equals 2x. And again, 2x is 2 times x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So 15 divided by 2 is not a perfect whole number, so I'm just going to leave it as 15 over 2 equals x. One thing I want to make, I'll make a note of it in a second. So then we're going to graph. So we're going to put 15 over 2 in the middle, and I'm going to put 16 over 2 on the top and 17 over 2 on the bottom. 14 over 2 below, okay? 14 over 2 is smaller than 15 over 2, and 16 over 2 is bigger. Equals, so look at the poster. If it's just equals, it is a shaded in circle at my answer. And then it's not, there's no other answer. There's one solution. So I'm not going to the right, I'm not going to the left. That is my answer. One really quick thing I want to say before we get all confused on one of these problems. There's a problem where, like, at the end, you have something that looks like this. Okay? So this is different because this is saying x divided by 4, not x times 4. So we do the opposite. We're going to multiply both sides by 4. Okay? That's the only time you're going to multiply, is if you see a number on the bottom. Okay? So then x equals 28. So your Desmos looks like this, okay? And you'll solve your equation. I'm going to give you the answer to the first one. You still must show your work in the first box. You must get the right answer on your paper showing your work. I'm giving you the answer because I want you to see what you're going to do. You're going to type in your answer. So x, you type in the symbol. The symbol is equals in this case. Your negative 26 is not your answer, sorry. The answer is negative 9. Okay? So once you have exactly how you're going to solve it, and then you're going to type in what you see. If x is on the right, you're going to type in x on the right. You're going to check your solution. If you're given a green check, this will pop up. Okay, you got to wait a second. Then you need to graph your solution. So it's equal to. So we just did an equal to one. It was a closed circle, and we are not shading to the left or to the right. And then we're going to drag this to negative 9. Negative 9 is here. Sometimes it's really, really, really picky. Okay, so it liked that. If I was slightly more over, it would not like it as much. Okay, so just be careful that you're doing the right thing. Once everything is correct, you may move on to the problem 2. Again, problem 1, you still need to show your work on paper in order for me to count it as you doing it. One last thing, promise this is the last thing I'm going to say. When you have a symbol like this, like less than or equal to, you can type in the less than symbol. So I'm just typing in the less than symbol, and then I'm going to type in the equals, and it will put the line underneath, or you can click the keypad and you can find it there. Okay, if you have questions or comments or concerns about this, you can feel free to email me, and I will try and respond as soon as I can. And good luck. You should be done with this entire worksheet probably by lunchtime. Okay, if you finish early, there's other things for you to do.